Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a college advice video, tips and tricks for your first year of college. I have some notes right here, and so we're just gonna get started, jump right into it. So the first thing I have is roommate situation. I personally will suggest that you email your roommate probably now, because most of the people are moving in about a couple of weeks. So I would go ahead and email them, because their email should be well, I go to Georgia Southern, so I know our email, like we can see their email on the housing thing and who we're rooming with already. Well, I live off campus now, but when I, like last semester, I could. And when I first got there, I could too. And I went ahead and emailed them just to see who they were, where they're from, you know, just to see like who's gonna get the microwave, who's gonna get the fridge, like stuff like that. Or, well, that I would suggest that for like people who are living like inside, like the same room. I lived in apartment style, so I didn't have to ask that who's getting the microwave, because it was already, you know, there for everybody. I lived in a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, so we all had bathrooms in our room. As I said, I go to Georgia Southern, so we have pretty good housing. But for anybody who does have to be in a room with somebody, I would like contact them and just try to see like their Instagram, their Twitter, you know, just to see, you know, I don't want to say like you're being a detective or anything, but you know, you want to see who you're living with, you know what I'm saying? Because we all lived with our parents or sisters and brothers, you know, for a while. So I would just go ahead and see all that before, because you don't want no surprises. So the next thing I got is clubhouse meeting. Now, if you're living on campus, your RA, we call them RAs at Georgia Southern. So if you're living on campus, your RA is going to have like events and everything at your apartment and everything. I would suggest to go to those. I went to them and made a couple of friends, people who I talk to, and I would suggest that you go like with your roommate, you know, just so like you'll know somebody there when you first go there. And I would do like a one-on-one with your RA just to see if you have any questions, or just to see how, you know, college life is, or just, you know, any questions you may have for them, what to do or anything like that. So I would suggest that. I would suggest that you fill out your damage, like do an inspection. You and your roommate do an inspection in the kitchen, in your room, like inspect everything before you put in your stuff, before you like move in. Go in there. You know how I'm pretty sure everybody goes, nobody just brings up stuff as they, you know what I'm saying? So go in there first, because they should have a damage form somewhere in your room already there. Fill it out. You know, I'm saying from any scratch, like little tiny scratch, just say it. Just put it on there, because you don't want to be charged for it for the end of semester when you didn't even have nothing to do with it. I don't know. I know some schools are strict about that and some schools aren't. Our school is pretty strict about like serious things. I never really got, you know, a charge for anything serious. It was really like on my other roommates, you know, tab, because they, you know what I'm saying? But I personally really never got, you know, anything like that, because I made sure I filled out my damage form when I did. So I would do that. Okay, so I had to do this put your name on your food, especially if you live in apartment style. Put your name on your food because you don't want people eating your stuff. Like, I don't, you know, we all in the same situation. We broke college students. Like, I don't need you eating my stuff unless I say you can. Now, condiments, I didn't care. Unless it's like Obey or something, and like that's like expensive, or Tabasco sauce, that's expensive. Don't touch that. Actually, I'm gonna keep that in my room. I would say keep your the stuff that you really want to keep yours, keep it in your room. But just put your name on everything, all your food, because people do, like, it's real. People will eat your stuff, like, because they just, I don't know what it is. They might have no home training. That might be it. I don't know. But, like, how you gonna eat the food that I bought with my money? You ain't put it on this, honey. Like, I just never understand that. But put your name on your stuff. And you can even leave a note on the refrigerator saying, like, oh, I don't mind if y'all touch this. But, you know what I'm saying? Or just, you know. So this goes to my next thing. Have a group meet with your roommates. 4 y'all, 3 y'all, 2 y'all, have a group meet, because that way you can be in class and you can, you know, if you don't want to like make it weird, like they're in their room and you're in a room, you feel like you want to, you can say it later, or when they leave, that way they have time to marinate on it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want no problems. Now, if they're just that type of person that just like, oh, I'm gonna come back and, you know, knock on that girl door, then that's just how they are. You know what I'm saying? I won't say I was like that, but a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I had time to calm down, because I get really hot. If y'all want a story time on some roommate situations, I'm more than happy to say it, because I have about 2 story times that I can probably say. Them roommates can get real, But yeah, make a group message. So you can tell them, hey guys, like, I don't mind if you use my condiments, mustard, ketchup, everything, but don't eat my food. Whatever my name is on, don't eat it. Don't touch it, because it's not yours. It's mine. That's why my name is on it. So lock up your personal items. This is really for like people who are in the same bedroom. If it's like a double, I don't know what they call it, double, even a triple. I heard about some triples at like HBCUs or whatever, but just have a lock. I know my boyfriend has a chest. I never really got one because I just never had to, but some people like chest, and you can lock all your stuff in there, your food, your clothes, your everything. So I would suggest for people who are in doubles, triples, quads, all that, get a lock for your stuff. That is serious, because you don't want nobody stealing your stuff. Like, you don't. That's gonna cause, because in college, you know, you can file a report, but at the end of the day, who you know what I'm saying? Like, how can you even like pinpoint who did it? Because ain't nobody gonna come up to you and confess. So yeah. At Georgia Southern, we have buses that take us places. You can buy a parking pass, but they're like over $100. So and everybody doesn't have a car, especially freshmen. I don't know really a lot of freshmen. I know a lot of freshmen that have a car, but I don't know, like, it's not like a lot. You know, they usually take a bus or transportation that school has provided. So our school has buses provided for us. They start running at, I think, 7 o'clock or so. So I would say for the first week, get to that bus early. Get there early, because people is going to be packed. Like, if you go to the Georgia Southern or any, I know UGA has buses. I'm not sure about any. I think Kennesaw has buses, like, but I can't really remember each school who has transportation like that. I don't think all schools do, but yes, get there early, because it's serious. Especially Georgia Southern, it's serious. Get there. Like, I have an 8 a.m. That's another story for another day. Yes, I'm a senior. Yes, I'm about to graduate in December, and I have an 8 a.m. That was my fault. I was late for registration, but really sad. So I ended up with an 8 a.m. So I will be getting to that bus at 7. Hopefully I can get a ride, but you know, if I can't, it's okay. It's all right. I can Cause, and honestly, I live on campus, not on campus, but like I live across the street from campus, so I might be able to just walk. I'm thinking about just getting my little walk in, cause no bus come over there, and I would just have to drive my car to, and that don't make sense. I'm driving all the way around campus for it, you know what I'm saying? So I might just end up walking, to be honest, and that's fine. I'm excited to walk. And so yeah, get there early. I would say check the weather every morning. You might want to get a little thing that just says, like, when you, good morning, you know, little alarm clock, good morning, the weather is, because if it's raining and you come outside with your shorts and your little flip-flops, you're going to be caught in that rain because you did not check the weather. I make sure I check the weather most of the time, because I have been caught in the rain plenty of times, and flip-flops, shorts, just thought that I was just dressing, honey. No. So check the weather and dress accordingly. Make sure you wear something comfortable. Some people do like to dress up, and you know, that's your preference. But I know Georgia Southern campus, I swear that thing about a mile long. And if, unless you got a parking pass or something, and you parking right behind your building, your feet gonna be hurting because we have uneven roads that you trip on all the time. It's a lot of people, so you're gonna be in a couple of lines, you know, trying to weave in and out. When you late, you don't have time to be running no heels, baby. You will fall. I don't think nobody gonna laugh at you because we all, I mean, I just saw a tweet like the other day about Georgia Southern, like, nobody laugh at you because we know that our roads are uneven. But I don't know, I might laugh because I know I laugh at myself on it, because I've tripped before. I ain't gonna lie, I tripped, yes, by the library. But so dress accordingly, people, because you don't want to be caught slipping. I would say get involved. I was in WIT for a while until I decided not to do it. I'm a little, just a little anti-social, and some stuff went on. Oh, sorry. Stop it. I just hit my charger. Some stuff went on, and it wasn't cool, so I stopped going. But yes, get involved. My boyfriend is very involved in campus life, so he's very involved. We complete each other. But yes, get involved if you want to make friends. Now I got this hope, get a campus job. If you're looking for a job that's gonna work with your schedule, you know, if you got a busy schedule, work with your schedule. I work at the bookstore. Been working there for almost 3 years. So, and it's been a great, that's where I met all my friends at, my close friends. We are, oh my God, I have a group of friends that are like we are best friends. And I've met them, most of them, well, it's like, I have like a couple of friends at the bookstore that I met, and then they had friends, and then we all became best friends. So it was just like a ripple effect. So, and it's the best thing in the world. I love them to death. Oh my God. But yes, get a campus job. You won't regret it. It's gonna be fun. You know, it can be annoying and it can be boring, especially at the bookstore, because the bookstore, it can have those high days and it can have those low days, but it's so fun. They work with your schedule. Everybody's nice. So it's a really good experience to have a campus job. Even if you work at the dining hall, even if you work my boyfriend works in the Williams Center, like, and that's the career services center where they have resumes and stuff. Even if you work in the library, you know, it might be quiet, but you chilling and you can do your homework while you're there. That's the biggest part. You can do your homework and study. So get a campus job if you want to make friends and have time to study and make some money while you're studying. So, don't be afraid to ask people for questions. I know me, like I said, I'm a little antisocial, so it was hard for me because, I mean, when I first came, my cousin went there, so it wasn't really hard for me to, like, because she told me everything, and I could just ask her. So, like, I didn't really have to ask people, you know, she kind of told me, like, where everything was, how to ride the buses. But if you're just going in there, like, especially as a freshman, I was a transfer, but, you know what I'm saying, so I didn't have to go through, like, the new freshmen, you know what I'm saying, because I already knew people. But or my cousin. I didn't know people, but I knew my cousin. And so, yeah, just don't be afraid to ask people. I know my first year when I came to Georgia Southern, there was people who wore like buttons that said ask me, and I saw them around, and you can ask them like, where's this building, you know. And don't be afraid to ask people, like random people on the bus. Like, people ask me I ain't gonna lie, people ask me where's something. I don't know if I have like a face where you just want to come up to me and you just be like, oh my gosh, she looks like a nice person, so let me go ask her this question. When I say I get so many questions about where, do you mind helping me, this, that, and the third? And you know, I help them. Like, I'm not mean. I'm just a little anti. So when you come up to me, I'm about to be like, oh, yeah, sure. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to be mean or anything. But yes, don't be afraid to ask questions, because you don't want to be, I'm not going to say you don't want to be late to class, but you don't, you know, because then it's going to be even more awkward. Imagine if you didn't ask that person and you sit here looking for the class for about 15 minutes and you walk in the class and now everybody looking at you because you late. Because you didn't ask them. You didn't ask nobody on campus where to go. So now you got to walk into the classroom, everybody looking at you, and now you really embarrassed. You know, you think you're going to be embarrassed by asking that one person. Now you really embarrassed by probably like 50 people. So, or more than that, 300. If you end up if you're a freshman, you in that 300, 200 class with the biology people. So go ahead and ask, because it's not that big of a deal. We're all students. We're all human. We're all probably around the same age. You may be a little bit younger, but not that much younger. I'm telling you, like, we're just people. Don't be afraid. Talk to your professors early. Yeah, make friends with them. And yes, I mean friends. Like, email them. Okay, don't be like, hey, what you doing? Like, not friends like that. I'm talking about make sure they know your face. Even if it's a 300 student class, make sure they know your face, because that will help you out at the end of the semester. Now, if you're going to Georgia Southern, there are some teachers that like, but you don't have to worry about that until you get to your major. That's when they start becoming like buttholes. But you know, the little classes, they gonna help you along if you making an effort and everything to talk to them, to let them not being a bother, not being late. So just make sure you talk to your professors. A lot of people do this, and I never understood why, or take this week like lightly. I mean, I guess it's a little, it's chill, but don't take it lightly. You know what I'm saying? Syllabus week. That's probably first week and everything. Please go to class. Don't let nobody talk you out of, oh, you ain't gotta go to class. It's just syllabus week. Don't go to class. It's that serious. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's the most important week, because that's when you can write down everything, get a good start. Some teachers start with the slides, so you don't want to miss that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and go to class, because that teacher gonna be like, well, do you remember syllabus week when I went over this, that, and the third? Yes, you can read your syllabus by yourself, because you're gonna print it out anyways, but you rather her or him go over it, because they might change something. You know what I'm saying? They might, be like, well, they might send something extra that you might want to add on there, so you don't be clueless at the end of the semester on why you got the grade that you got, because you didn't go to syllabus week. So go to syllabus week. Go to the parties, but go to syllabus week. We're gonna talk about parties. Is that next? After this. It's gonna be after this. Failing classes. Now, if you like me, well, freshman year, mindful, I commuted from my house to 2-year college. So my freshman year was a little different. So I'm gonna say sophomore year. I'm gonna say sophomore year. I did feel like a class sophomore year, I think, or was it was sophomore year, probably second semester. I think I failed a class or something like that. I can't remember when I failed it, but don't get discouraged. Don't feel like you gotta, because this is the mistake that I made. I felt like I had to change my major just because I failed the class that kind of had something to do with my major. don't do that. Just don't get discouraged. Just take it again. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you keep failing it, if you keep, like, you don't know what you're doing, then, like, yeah, you might want to change your major. But I changed my major so many times and changed my minor twice. So I just stick with it. Like, try your hardest. Go to tutoring. Ask, talk to people in the class. Get into group meets. Like I said, I'm a little anti. I'm working on it. I've been doing real good, but I used to be very anti. I did not talk to anybody in class. Didn't get to any group meetings. Didn't talk to the teacher. I used to come in class, listen, write down some notes, and I used to go home. First one out the class, first one in the class, first one out the class. I did not want to discuss with nobody, like, cause I don't know. That was weird. I'm weird. That's weird. I don't know. It was weird to me, but I don't do that no more. I make sure I talk to people because that's not how you pass. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, then by all means, be anti, baby. Put your headphones in. If you know what you're doing, that's fine. But if you don't, I suggest you talk to people because that's how you're going to pass the class. Because they're going to help you out. If you go to a good school where they like to help you. Because at Georgia Southern, some people don't like to help you. But you just got to find the right people. And then they'll help you. We ain't gonna talk about the people who don't help us, but y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, now we on to the party topic. Go party. The first week of classes, there are gonna be parties, pool parties, night parties, day parties. Them day parties gonna kill y'all. See, that's what I was talking about. Don't skip syllabus day just for a day party. It's okay. It's okay. It's not for you. Go to the next one when you don't have that class, and then you can go to the day party, but don't skip it. But the weekend is gonna be okay. I'm not gonna dance like that, but anyways, it's gonna be parties. Probably the first, I would say, if you go to Georgia Southern, it's gonna be the first couple of weeks of classes. But any other school, I can't really talk on. But I know at my school, it's gonna be some parties, and just don't lose yourself. Don't get off track. If you know you got a test, don't go. Simple. I had to learn that the hard way. If you know you have a test and there's a party, I don't care how important that party is. Because it may be important. That boy that you might be crushing on, or that girl that you might be crushing on might be at that party. And you know they're going to be at that party. And you like, I gotta go. No, you don't. Because guess what? They're going to be at the next party. And even if they're not, they're going to be at the next one after that. And you're going to get that A. Because you're going to take your butt to the library. How about that? Or you're going to take your butt to your room. And you're going to go study. Because this is what people forget. We are here for the degree. We are not here for the parties. For trying to figure out if he see me or not. Like, or if she see, we're not here for all that. We here for this degree. So that comes first. Yes, it took me 3 years to realize that, but I did. So, please remember, we are here for the degree. So, if you have to miss that one party, it's okay, baby. It's going to be plenty more. I promise you that. And once you start getting on top of things and you come up with a schedule for your studying, you probably don't have to miss that party. And you know yourself, you're going to be like, okay, but I know maybe, I won't get too lit, so I know I can get up in the morning and go study for this test. So you can have a good time and pass your classes. Last but not least, I will want to talk about relationship topics. I am in a lovely relationship with my man. I love him so much. And I would say as a freshman or incoming student to a university, I would say, like, don't be in such a rush to get into it. Took me, I've been at Georgia Southern for 3 years, and I just met the love of my life. So, yeah, we going on 6 months, but I feel like we've been, we feel like we just on cloud 9. 6 months, that's almost a year, so. And it took me 3 years, and he done been there. I done been there. You know what I'm saying? We just keep passing pass, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say don't rush into anything, because they're going to come. It's going to come a time where you're just going to be like, oh, this is the one. So, you know, have your fun. Don't have too much fun now. Don't say that I was the one that told y'all to go crazy. Because I didn't. And so don't say I was the one, because I wasn't. So yeah, don't rush. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna do great. Good luck to all of you incomings. You guys are gonna have so much fun. It's gonna be the time of your life. When people tell you that, they mean it. It's gonna be the time of your life. I had the time of my life in college, and I'm about to leave. So, and it's bittersweet. It is, but I mean, you got so many more chapters. But take this time, please. Don't be crazy. Don't be too crazy. Get crazy, but get good crazy. You know what I'm saying? Don't you know, kill yourself or something. Like, don't do crazy drugs. Like, please don't go crazy, because you know you still got a mommy and daddy or parents, siblings that love you very much, and you don't want to go too crazy. But just have fun, make good grades. Don't hesitate to ask people, you know, for help, and just have a safe year. First semester, because I'm gonna be back next semester for spring. See how y'all did. So I hope you guys have a great year or a great semester. And I just want to leave y'all with this little quote. Look for something positive in each day, even if some days you have to look a little harder. I'm loveannesa, and I'll see y'all in the next video.